In today's tutorial, we're going to be looking into how we can use VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP functions in Microsoft Excel. Now, the main purpose of these two functions is to look up a value in a big data table and give you a corresponding value back that's sitting in the same row. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that the value that you are looking up has to be on the leftmost column, and the value that's being returned has to be at any of the adjacent columns. Left is the key word here, so you should keep that in mind. Having said that, you cannot look up a value that's on the right-hand column and the value that's being returned is on the left-hand column. Now, in this particular scenario, this VLOOKUP or HLOOKUP function is not gonna work. Now, VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP work in the same way, except that VLOOKUP stands for vertical lookup, and you're gonna need that if your data has column headers. On the other hand, HLOOKUP stands for horizontal lookup, and you're gonna need that when your data has row headers. Now, let's have a look at some examples. As you can see, I'm going to be using this data table for the sake of this tutorial. Now, this table is actually a data that represents the names of all the districts of Bangladesh and names of all the divisions and each district they belong to, the number of population living in each district, total area in square kilometer of each district, and finally the density, that means the number of population living in each city per square kilometer. And from this data table, we are going to be creating this kind of beautiful looking summary report, and this is so dynamic. If you're happy with this like vertically arranged report or this horizontally arranged report, it doesn't matter, we're going to use the same function. The reason for calling this report a dynamic report is that when you click here and you select any district, for example this Rangamati district, this summary report should show me the division the Rangamati district belongs to, the population that the Rangamati district has, total area, and the density, of course, density of population. Now, if you click any of this data, let's say Pirozpur, you see the Pirozpur belongs to the Borishal division, population 11,13,000 to 57, and so on. And the same thing here, just horizontally arranged. Now you go change another district, let's say Natur district. Natur is in Rajshahi, population is around 17 lakhs, total area is 1,896, and the density is 895 people per square kilometer. And you change any district, for example, let's say the last one, Sylhet district is in Sylhet division, population it has 39,97,000, it has area of 3,452 square kilometer, and so on. And we're going to be creating this report simply using this VLOOKUP. We are going to use this VLOOKUP because my data table has these column headers. Let's begin from the scratch. As you can see, this is the data table and we want to show all the values here. Later on we'll format it. First of all, we'll go here and go to this data and then data validation. Any value from this, we'll choose this list, and for the source we will choose this entire column because this is the column where I have the names of all the districts. We have already created the drop-down list. Now here we would like to show the division of this selected district, so I will go use this VLOOKUP formula, VLOOKUP, then this is the cell I'm looking for, and table array, as you can see. So let's go and select this table array, the entire table, comma, the value that I want in return is division, so division is in the second column, so I'll give it 2, then comma, then false for an exact match. Okay, I'll close the formula and hit on enter. Ladies and gentlemen, Borishal district is in Borishal division. Let's go and check Thakurgaon is in Rangpur division. Let's go Hobbyganj is in Sylhet division. Let's go, for example, the this Vola district. Vola district is in Borishal division. Let's go try something else. Bagherat is in Khulna division. So the VLOOKUP function is working perfectly. I'll go here, I will find the population of this selected district. So I'll go here and write again the VLOOKUP. Then the value that I'm looking for is this one, comma, and why should I look it for? This table. So I'll select the table, then comma, then what I'm looking for, the population. The population is the value that I want in return. So population is in the third column, 1, 2, 3, third column. So give it 3 and comma, then false for an exact match. Ladies and gentlemen, it should show me the population of this Bagherat district. Let's go and check if I change the district, the value of the population also changes. Jalukati, for example, the population 682,669. So let's go and check the table. Jalukati 682,669. Yes, it is working. So let's go and try this area. So area again, VLOOKUP. Then the value I'm looking for is this cell, comma. Where is the result? This array, this entire table. So I will press Ctrl Shift, right arrow, then down arrow to select the entire table. Then go up here, comma. Then area is in the fourth column, 1, 2, 3, 4. The fourth column, so give it 4, comma, then false for an exact match. Close the argument, close the syntax, then hit enter. 782. So the density again same, VLOOKUP. Then looking up this one, comma, where should it look for? This entire table. So select the table, comma, the density is in the fifth column, so I will write 5 this time and comma, then false for an exact match. Hit enter. So ladies and gentlemen, you have already created your dynamic report. So I changed the district, for example, this Kumila district. Kumila district is in Chiram division. It has a population of 53,04,000, total area of 3,085 square kilometer, and the density is 1,719. So I'll go and change to the Sunamganj, for example. Sunamganj belongs to this. Sunamganj is in Sylhet division, population this, area this, and density this. Let's go and check another one. That's an Nilphamari. So Nilphamari district is in Rangpur division. Let's go and check. First of all, let's keep that in mind. Rangpur division, 20,000. So Nilphamari. So Nilphamari is in Rangpur division. So here it is, Nilphamari district, Rangpur division, 20,000. Now the area is 1,580, and density is 1,152. So let's go and check. Yeah, everything is perfect. Now here, this is where I want to show the division. If you want, for example, you don't like this vertically arranged data report. Let's say you want to create a report that is horizontally arranged. Again, VLOOKUP function, VLOOKUP. What are you looking up to? This one. So let's this time fix it by pressing F4 on your keyboard, comma, because I'm planning to copy this formula to all the rest of the other cells as well. And why should it look for this table array? As it says, this VLOOKUP is asking you for the table array. So I'll select this one, Ctrl Shift, right arrow, then down arrow to select the entire table, go up, and I will fix both of them, and then comma. Then I'm looking for Borishal. So Borishal is in column 2, comma, false for an exact match. So I'll hit on enter. As you can see, ladies and gentlemen, Nilphamari is in Rangpur division. So I'll go change Pirojpur. Pirojpur is in Borishal division. So this time we will not write the formula again and again for the rest of the cells. So let's go and copy this one and go here and paste it simply. Now again, the population cell is giving you the Borishal because you haven't changed the column header. So population you are looking up, so let's go and change this to 3 because column 3 is the population column, so it should show you the population. And let's go copy this one to this cell and paste it here. Instead of showing the area, it is showing you the population. So let's go and change the header to 4. Yes. And here let's try something else. Instead of finding out the VLOOKUP formula directly, let's combine this VLOOKUP and VLOOKUP together. So first of all, you can calculate the density by dividing the number of population with this area. So let's go and find out the population first. Easy formula, VLOOKUP. Then looking up for this district, let's fix it, comma, table array, same. Let's go on F4 to fix it, F4 to fix it, and come here and comma. Then population is in the 3rd column, comma, false for an exact match. Now, instead of pressing enter, let's copy this syntax just like this, copy. Then at the end, let's divide it with the same thing. And from here, let's change this column header to 4. So what I'm doing is, first of all, I'm looking for the population of a particular district, then dividing the population of that particular district by the area of that particular district. So let's hit enter. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, the VLOOKUP doesn't have to be alone. It can also be used with other functions as well. VLOOKUP together and do the same thing. Let's improve the visualization of this report. First of all, let's go and change the cell color to something like this, so that you can see clearly, so that it is aesthetically pleasing. Let's make it bold and change the font type to like this. Yes. And let's send it to this right alignment. And let's go and change the border. So I'll go here, border style, more border. I'll go to this more border. I'll choose this color and this bottom one and the middle one. I'll choose. Ladies and gentlemen, and let's change the color to something a little bit less darker, something lighter, something like this. Yeah. And this one again, let's change the header to something like this. Let's change the font color to white. Yes. And this one, we send both of them to the left alignment, and all of these to this right alignment. As you can see, let's go select these values, go to format and format cells. Then from here, let's go to this number, use 1000 separator, no decimal. Yes, cool. So let's go and change the underline, more border, and choose this one and change the color to this one and this one only. Yes, now it is beautiful. Let's change the font color to something lighter. Yes, now it is exactly the same thing. This one is all the values, all the results are in vertical order and the results are in horizontal order. The same thing basically. Let's go and check if we have created this report, which is really dynamic. When I change the district name, the values, the report should also change. I will go here and select this querygram. So querygram is in wrong put, total population, total area, density. I will go here and change money guns, same. And then Maulavi Bazaar, same. You go and change to this, for example, select district, same. Then for example, Panchagor, same. And Panchagor, not only same, it should, all this value should also be there within this table. So Ponchogor is something like this. Yeah, 981,1405 and 698. Let's go and check. 981,1405, 698. Ladies and gentlemen, you have just used this VLOOKUP function to create this beautiful, like dynamic report. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as I mentioned, VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP work in the same way, except that HLOOKUP stands for horizontal lookups, and when your data table has row headers instead of column headers, you use HLOOKUP function. Now you see I have the same data table. This time the table has row headers and data is arranged in this way. This entire table, as you can see, this is a little bit unusual, but sometimes you might have data that has these row headers, and we are going to create this again, this kind of dynamic report. When you select any district, it should show you the division that it belongs to and the population it has, total area and the density. So we begin from this scratch again, and we go to this another tab which I just created for the sake of this tutorial. So first of all, let's go here and create this drop down. So I will go here, data and data validation. From here I will choose list. For the source, this time the source should be from here to shift control then right arrow. It will select the entire row. Hit OK. Ladies and gentlemen, you should be able to see all your district names here now. Let's go and check Borishal and so on. Now here we would like to find out the division from this data table automatically using HLOOKUP function. Then we want to find out the division here in this cell. So I will go here and this time I will write HLOOKUP. Yes. So I'm looking up for this cell. Let's put comma, then select the table array. So from here, Control Shift down arrow, then right arrow to select the entire table. Go back to where you are writing your formula. Go here, comma, and then the division you are looking up for, the value that you want in return. That is, this division is the second row. So give it 2, then comma, then false for an exact match. Then close the syntax and hit enter. So before we hit enter, let's do one thing. We fix all this and let's not again and again type the same thing for rest of the cells, because we're gonna use the same function. So hit enter. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Borishal district is in Borishal division. So HLOOKUP is actually helping you to find out this district and the division it belongs to from this data table. So I'll go and change Brahmanbaria. So Brahmanbaria is in Chirang division. Let's go and copy this one and paste here. So here this time instead of 2, the row, that since I'm looking for population now, so I will change the column header, row header to 3. Hit enter. Copy this one here, paste it, and this time since we are looking for area, so area is in 1, 2, 3, 4, 4th row. So I will write 4, enter, copy this and paste here, and this time since I'm looking for density, so density is in the 5th row, so I will write 5 and hit enter. Ladies and gentlemen, you have this first for this vertically arranged data report. So we can do the same thing here from division. Let's go do it again. Equal HLOOKUP. Yes, looking up for this one, fix it, comma, then select the entire table just like this, come back, then fix it, fix both of them actually, then comma, then we are looking for division, so division is in column row 2, then false for an exact match, close the argument, close the syntax, hit enter. So copy this to here, change the header to 3, then copy this to here, then this time change it to 4. Now here I can copy this and change the header to 5, but instead what we are going to do here is let's try something else. So go here, first of all let's find out the population. So population is in the 3rd column. Yes, so let's copy this formula up to this point, Control C, then divided by Control V. We divide in the same thing, so this time population divided by, let's divide it by area, so 4, column header 4, and it should work. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you have the same thing. Let's go and change to something Jesho district, division Khulna, total population 2742,000, area 2567, and 1068. So everything is same. Let's change the presentation of this report. Go choose this one, select district, let's highlight this district, change the color and bold, and let's send it to the left align, and change this to right align, change the font color to something lighter, and change this font color to this one, and apply this little bit of border if you like. So I will go choose this one, and this one, and this one, and this one. Yes, and from here let's go change the header colors to something like this, and let's send both of them to left align and all of them to right alignment. And this one, let's add a little bit of border. If you don't want to, if you do not want to do that, just skip this step if you like, and change this color to a little bit lighter, something like this. Ladies and gentlemen, you have created a beautiful dynamic report using this HLOOKUP function this time. So let's go and check. Finally, she has gone in the raster division, total population, everything should be same. And let's go this time, we choose Dinajpur. Dinajpur is in Rampur division. It is a population of 2970,000. You can go and check. If you like, go to this data table and look for it. If you want to do all these things manually, do it. You create so many tables, it's up to you. But using this HLOOKUP function, you can, save a lot of time and do your things smartly. So it is all about how you do it. So let's go and change to this Kurigram. Kurigram is a Rampur division, total population, then total area and density. Let's go final one, check it with this Nawabganj. Nawabganj is in Raster division, total population 16,35,000, area 1703 and density is 960. Now your table must have all this data, and one last thing that you should keep in mind is that you cannot just leave a cell empty. For example, if you do not have any data here in this complete here, this function is not gonna work. Or if you do not have data like this, it's not gonna work. So remember that. And ladies and gentlemen, just like VLOOKUP, this time we have used HLOOKUP to create this beautiful dynamic report. So that's all for the tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed my channel yet, please do, because I'm gonna come up with a lot more tutorials on Microsoft Excel and other Office programs. And also please turn on the bell icon so anytime I post a new video you will be notified. Please consider connecting me on my social websites like Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. The link is in the video description. And see you with another tutorial. Until then, ta-da.